outset, I'd like to thank elets for inviting me to share my thoughts. Eminent speakers on the dais and beautiful audience. I would be talking about the clouds and related technologies for PSUs and government businesses. This would be a basic presentation on the cloud computing. Just to bring to your notice that IT industry is rapidly moving towards the world of mobile, cloud, big data, social computing services, and much faster than many realize. These technologies are forecasted to drive 90% of all IT growth over the next 5 to 7 years. In the federal government, agency leaders are looking to the mobile and cloud technologies to offset increased budgetary pressures. By 2015, the federal government plans to save close to $5 billion. So there's a tremendous potential in the area of cloud computing. If we talk about the Indian scenario, there's a expected market of 11,200 crores, which is much more as compared to 2011. During the same period, global revenues from the cloud services will grow from 29 billions to 70 billions. India's massive small and medium business, that is SME and consumer segments, are main driver of cloud computing, owing to its own effectiveness. Some well-known cloud services, as we know, is the Google Search, Apple, iTunes, Amazon services. This particular pie chart shows the spending on the IT cloud spending. The storage, it is applications 52%, storage 13%, server 8%, further application development 9%, and software is 18%. So we can see that the application, IT cloud application is happening in a bigger way. The challenges in cloud computing is towards the maximum return on their investment, that is ROI, expanding services to citizens while reducing costs, robust security to achieve cloud-enabled outcomes. Transition to cloud computing environment is very, very important. Especially the government departments, the transition from the traditional system to the cloud computing system, that is to take place, and with that only we will be able to achieve the desired results. Robust security, vertical legacy, and public returns, these are the major challenges. I will not like to go to the meaning of the cloud computing, but I would say that the Forrester Research October 2009, what has come out there, that the cloud computing is one of the top 15 technology trends, and that warrants investment now, so you can gain the experience necessary to take advantage of it in its many forms to transform your organization into a more efficient, responsive service provider to the businesses. So the cloud computing is basically the 5th generation computing after mainframe, personal computer, client service computing, and the web. This is a typical model of cloud computing, how the cloud service provider are connected, and then the internet, how it is being used by the cloud service providers, further to the connectivity to the internal cloud and to the user. Cloud computing, as our previous speaker also covered, it's the public cloud, private cloud, community cloud, and all these the different types of clouds are important in its own way, because the community cloud is basically for the public, and it will give direct advantage to the public. A strategy for transition to cloud computing is another very important aspect, to look for professional services group that best suits organizational needs. There are vendors available, there are service providers available, but we have to make a best choice for the professional service provider. The team of experts to work with government IT teams to create a wish list for making the transition. Important goals for transition we have to set: the choice of the vendor, technology, alignment with the operational strategy and goals, comprehensive structure, approach, highly secured development, architecture for the organization needs. So these are the important aspects while we have to set strategy for transition to the cloud computing. Then next comes the implementation part, the provision of virtualized architecture, integrated tools, facility plan, workload migration, security technology architecture, proven methodologies, best practices, deep knowledge of the core systems, adherence to the plans and enabling on-time delivery of fully implemented cloud model, and knowledge transfer, that is the training of the officials. Then comes the optimization, architecture. We have to review whatever being put in place, security audits, security architecture, posture assessments, cost reduction exercises, process improvements, tool customization, post-deployment or day-to-day support. One of the very important issues which was also talked about in the previous session by one of the speaker is the security. Security is one of the most important aspect. Security with respect to data safety, data confidentiality, data privacy, browser security, cloud integrity and binding, network security, regulatory compliances, data center location where we should have the data center, and the dedicated security team to ease transition from the traditional system to the cloud computing. The benefits, as we can see, operational cost savings, low cost of ownership, that is the total cost of ownership, to improve agility, reduces energy consumption significantly, simplification and standardization, the accelerate the development of financially justified cloud strategy, design a secure network infrastructure to underpin a government cloud computing, help ensure the infrastructure management, people and processes at the micro level. Enterprises that use cloud computing services are free of worrying about the technological issues related to IT installation, the organizations which are using the cloud computing technologies. I like to conclude by saying that rate of return on investment in cloud computing continue to rise. There is a widespread conviction that cloud technology will be extensively and successfully used by the government organizations, as we can see from the initiative of Ministry of IT. As a catalyst for overcoming the traditional siloed approach to IT in government, cloud services will contribute to a more efficient, responsible and safe IT environment. In order to support a smooth transition and optimal outcomes, government should first develop a comprehensive cloud strategy that we have already seen in earlier presentations. Forward thinking on part of the government is required to understand how to deploy cloud platforms not only securely but also in the smartest and most efficient possible ways. With these words, thank you very much for listening to me.